more municipal reaction. We're joined live now by Mississauga's Mayor Carolyn Parrish. Mayor Parrish, it's good to see you, and thanks so much for joining us. You're obviously looking at this and relating it to your own residents in the city of Mississauga. What is your take on this escalation?
We did a roundtable with some of our key companies here, and when we did it a couple of months ago, they said, let's not overreact. Let's try to, calm the waters. At 35%, the waters are too rough to calm as far as I'm concerned. I agree with what Premier Ford's doing, and I hope Prime Minister Carney comes back punching.
You posted about this on X as well, Mayor, saying that, there's an opportunity here. You talked about trading east to west, removing restrictions in our own country, refining our own oil. That's something the Prime Minister has talked about as well. Can you talk more about your ideas?
Well, I can remember when I was an MP many years ago, interprovincial trade barriers were almost as difficult as anything you could do outside of our country. And I know the Prime Minister has been working on that. I think he's got some agreements with 4 provinces. I think that's what we have to do first. BC wines, Niagara-on-the-Lake wines, don't have to import stuff from the States. What I think is really important is this is an opportunity for us to look within and to try and improve what we do here in our country and to make ourselves more self-sufficient. And I think I have 5,600 likes on my tweet that I put on. So it's encouraging me to keep going.
And how are you explaining this to your residents when they say they're concerned about what this will mean for the economy, what this will mean for their livelihoods?
Well, I think everybody's concerned about their jobs, but I think the Americans should be more concerned about their jobs because when the tariffs go on and they hit manufacturing in the States, the equipment and the appliances and everything they buy down there is going to be more expensive. So the Americans are actually paying for this. And the job losses are really crucial. So I haven't actually had a lot of calls in the office. I haven't had people calling. As I said, I have 5,600 likes on my little tweet tantrum, and I'm getting a lot of support.
I heard you also say that you support Doug Ford's stance on this. I want to bring up for our viewers where he stands on the issue. Yesterday, he tweeted about retaliation. He said throughout the week that his advice to the Prime Minister has been, do not roll over. It's time to double down. What is your take on that?
I 100% agree with him. I don't know if I'd go to 50% tariffs, as he suggested. I think that's upping the ante too much. And it just looks like, we're punching them right in the head. I think you have to leave the door open for some negotiation. But I think if he suggested putting an export tax on electricity, which we are very fortunate to be able to produce quite well here, and to put tariffs on steel and aluminum, which I agree with. So I agree with his theories. I don't agree with the 50% quite yet, unless things get much worse. But as I say, we had a roundtable with a lot of our big manufacturers here in Mississauga, and they are very nervous and they want us to go ahead with caution. But hard to be cautious when somebody says fentanyl is causing all this, when there's 1% fentanyl that's going from Canada to the States and no numbers on what's coming in this way. Fentanyl is a horrible thing, and to use it as an excuse to put on tariffs is really low ball.
Do you think we will at some point reach a deal with the Americans?
Well, I hope we will, but if we don't, I look on the bright side of things. The glass is half full, not half empty. It's time for us to refine what we do here. And I know when in grocery shopping, everybody's putting tags on. They're putting T's on that says we're paying tariffs on this. They're putting Canadian flags on things that are produced and packaged here. And I think you're going to see a big shift. You can see it already in a lot of the purchases. So I hope that continues. I think we have to become more self-sufficient. So in future, when another Trump takes over in the States, I'm sure this guy's gone in 3 years, that we won't be put through the same grind.
Mississauga Mayor Carolyn Parrish, it's been good to get your perspective. Thanks so much for making time for us.
Thank you for calling.